point C, and this is an ordered triple, this one's in space, 3, 8, negative 2 is the midpoint of AB, segment AB. One endpoint is A, and gives us another ordered triple, negative 1, 3, 6. Find the coordinates of endpoint B. So let me just sketch a picture here, and we know that A is at negative 1, 5, 6, and the midpoint is C. Ching, ching, C. And its coordinates are 3, 8, negative 2, and we want to find the coordinates of B. So it's not finding the midpoint, it's working backwards from one of the endpoints and the midpoint to find the other endpoint. Okay, so there's a couple of ways to tackle this. Let's say that I call this thing X, Y, and Z. Well, we know midpoint comes from the average of two things. So for example, this number 3 here was the average of x and negative 1. So x plus a negative 1, so x minus 1, divided by 2 should be equal to 3. If I multiply by 2 times 2, and then add over the 1, so x is equal to 6 plus 1, x is equal to 7. And notice that I added 1, but the original number was negative. I actually subtracted a negative 1. So one of the shortcuts here is to double the midpoint and then subtract the endpoint. So let me show you that on the next one. In pink, okay, so if I double this midpoint, I get 16, and I subtract out this one, minus 5, I get 11. So let's just verify this. This is y equals. If I verify this, I need to take 11 plus 5, those are the two y coordinates, divided by 2, that's 16 over 2, which is 8, and it checks out. So that's another way to do it. So you can do it algebraically like this, or you can use this little shortcut, double the midpoint, and then subtract the endpoint. And then here's another way to do it. This calls for green. Another way to do it is just to simply see what you have to go up or down by in order to find the last coordinate. So for example, from 6 to negative 2. From 6 to negative 2, we actually went down. We went down, so I'm going to make that negative 8 spaces. Does that make sense? I went down 8, so from 6 to 0 is 6, and then from 0 to negative 2 is 2 more. So since C is the midpoint, it's got to be the same distance on either side, so I need to go down another 8 in order to get to the midpoint. So if I go down another 8 from negative 2, I'm at negative 10. So let's check this one as well. I would go for the z coordinate, 6 plus a negative 10 divided by 2. Up top I get a negative 4 divided by 2 is negative 2, and that checks out. So I'm going to write my answer as 7, comma, 11, comma, negative 10. And there are the coordinates for point B.